EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada, where the torch, in honor of the legendary owner Al Davis, has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from the desert. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out, Greg, by the former Hoosier, the rookie quarterback from Indiana.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run, and this is Dylan Malby. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. He's going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
For the field goal.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. And this one is not going to get there. Not even close. Look like complications with the snap. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And this is tough here on the opening drive because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach fourth down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
On the ground, this is James Cook. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Moore going in motion. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic first down.
First and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. It's second down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
And on third down, that ball incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on first and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's second and 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
He'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Jalen
A bit of a
Naylor.
quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Bills offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Off the play fake, it's Allen. This one caught right side by Knox. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second and
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
In motion, Shakir. Allen goes with a pop pass. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Big play there for the Bills. 32 yards.
Good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Allen going to give it to Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on third and 7. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
As his kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return is Dylan Loudby. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
An 8-yard gain.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
Aside that open man is nuts. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
From the gun, here is Allen. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on third and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
To the air once more is Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Third down and 9. From the gun, throw here for Allen. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Mitch Wisnowski now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. On the return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
Intended for Brock.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Brings up 4th down.
And all of these downs, they're all tied together. Decisions made on 1st and 2nd down are what led to that result on 3rd. They were forced into an obvious passing situation on 3rd and long, and this pass rush is able to just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback.
Here's A.J. Cole now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At their own
The Bills'
23-yard
offense
line.
getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
James Cook, the ball carrier. The tackle by Quay Walker. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. The Bills with the early advantage. And we're back in Vegas after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Now, faking the give. That's caught left side by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and
There's no
3
more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end. They'll
run it straight ahead now with Gentry. What a run. He brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line.
It's
A gain there of 21. First down, Vegas.
Raider, first down.
Big hole up the middle. The
First
interior of
and
this
10 at the
offensive line did a
17-yard
great
line.
job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
In motion, Naylor. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
16 more yards.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Genty. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
4-yard loss on the play.
A loss was
Second
definitely not
and
something
goal.
they had accounted or
At the 5-yard
budgeted for
line.
in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. In motion, Naylor. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early.
Still second down.
They'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is second and goal. They'll run with Genty. And he won't quite get in. Down to the
Stop short of the
1,
goal
setting
line.
up third
A gain of 1
and
yard
goal.
on the play. It's
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. Fourth and goal.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a fourth and goal try.
Fourth and goal. Here's a zone read. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Bills first down.
This play is actually really well
It's a gain
defended
of
here.
6.
But I'll tell you, Mike, as you
First
know,
down, Bills.
my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On first down, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second
It
down.
leads to second and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty running left. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He was brought down by Terrell Bernard. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down. And
I got high standards for
go.
offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
Quick throw. Here's Beck on the RPO. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together.
The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Bills signal that they have it, and they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. A run up the middle with Cook. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. He'll step up and run, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give him 14 yards on the keeper, and a 1st down.
It's the combination of size and speed that really differentiates Josh Allen from the rest of the quarterbacks in the league. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, and we just saw why there.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Karen Johnson up to make the tackle.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
3rd, they need 8. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Raiders offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Run out of the gun for Gentry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Keep it on the ground with Gentry. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's Greg Russo in there for the sack.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Bills offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8
yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
The tight end Moore in motion. On second down, Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. Now it's going to be third down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line.
What is this?
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
2nd and 12.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game. I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
3rd and long. From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. Escaping to his left.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Raiders send their punt team out. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Shakir to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen with a throw on 1st and 10.
Allen's pass, complete to number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
That's good.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Motion.
From the gun, Josh Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
2nd and 10. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. To throw once more. Here's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, if you like defensive football, this game's heaven because right now points have become a premium. Someone has to figure out a way to get something going, whether it's a field goal or even just a positive drive and play the field position game. Some offense has to take control of this game here at some point.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a rock with that one. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete. Trying to get it out to Ashton Genty that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. They'll find Genty out of the backfield. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Place to number 2, Ashton Genty. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
7-yard gain.
Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Raiders will tie this game up here late in the first half.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Matt Gay sets
So
the
the late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. First and 10, and it's Allen. He'll air one out for Palmer. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3.
Matt Gay
Still in search of our first touchdown of the game. We are tied at 3 as we begin quarter number 3. To return, here's Ray Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Allen, going to give it to Cook. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Ball carrier. The tackle by Quay Walker. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. Once again, it's Cook. Up the sideline to the 40. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Buffalo.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
First down throw there is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He takes off.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. From the gun, here is Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Cook gets it out of the pistol. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
The Bills bringing on the punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Raiders offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. A low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A toss left side caught by his running back. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball. And now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll step up and run this. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun. Throw here for Allen. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
It is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own
The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. On 1st and 10, it's Genty. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Once again, it's Genty. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Dorian Williams in to make the play.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, When it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here.
A.J.
I want to see
Cole
them be
in
able to
punt
connect,
formation for the
especially
Raiders.
on those big plays downfield.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
First and 10. Run right up the gut from Genti. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard. On a zone read, he'll hand it to Genti. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First
Gain of
down.
9 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop.
36-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. They'll go again with Genti. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the back makes the play.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And on third down, that ball is incomplete.
Intended for
So in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league might kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
Gay's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 6-3 lead.
Bills 3.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So they got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Bills first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
In motion, Shakir. So now they'll throw it with Allen. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. In motion, Shakir. A run up the middle with Cook. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
We'll try and run here with Cook. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. 1st down.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 2 yards.
And these are the tough yards you judge it back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And
now Cook loses the football. But it looks like the Bills are going to get it back. A fortunate break there.
now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Allen facing 3rd and long. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Oh, something amiss with the snap. This one is no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. In motion, dash. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
1st and 10 at the 45.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal. You take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start. And that's exactly what they're able to do on that 1st down play. And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He's got the Golden Domer. That's Michael Mayer. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Yeah, so what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. He uncovers, wide open, nice conversion.
2 yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
In motion, Naylor. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
His kick is good, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Matt Gay set
After
to
the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Davis now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bills' offense ready to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Going to make the read and hold on here. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 13.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
Intended for Dalton.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
To the air on 3rd down, here's Allen. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Here's Genty, and he searches for a gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground with Genty. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 5.
Ashton Genty, the ball carrier. Dorian Williams on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 5. They run out of the gun with Genty. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Oh, and that's throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. Play action. It's Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
To number 45. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here is 2nd and 6. A design run here for Allen.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Intended for just.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
And now the punting unit will come on. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 36.
The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. First and 10 now from the 36. In motion, Naylor. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line. That's it.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Best that time. 3rd down coming up.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. Moore going in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. The ball's deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
The second down throw is incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Now, faking the give. The ball comes out. The Bills have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. 1st and 10, and it's Allen. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Number 86, Dalton Kincaid. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, they go with Cook.
James Cook, the ball carrier.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. A run. Genty. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock? It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
The Raiders have their punt team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That's fielded at about the 18. Could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. Allen working from the pistol. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 2nd down, Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Off the play fake, it's Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's going to gain a 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Once again, it's Cook. Pick up of the 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Buffalo.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
The 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run the draw with Cook. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route with great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll try to run for it. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
1st and goal.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 3rd and goal, here's Allen.
Allen's pass. Complete to Josh Palmer.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to fight.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Lowby now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the fourth quarter.
Here comes second down. Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Brings up third
This
down.
offense, they just can't establish any sort of rhythm. There's just no way to sustain any scoring drives when your quarterback is being pressured and sacked this often.
It's like watching paint dry.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, gonna need a big play now. Third down and long. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the Raiders first down on what will be a big play there for fourth and long.
Raider first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. It is second down and 5. They'll run here. Finding space at the 15. And he's in! Ashton's Genty. Touchdown, Raiders.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, first time today.
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here we go with Genty. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here's first down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike. And it's as simple as, if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
This one complete to Palmer. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is, if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Well, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
Gotta have it, 4th and 4. Allen gonna throw for it. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he is going to have the Bills first down. As the defense nowhere to be found. They picked up 20 on 4th down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bills first down.
To the air once more is Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 14-yard line.
Now, on 2nd and long. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
Lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Laube now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with 18 seconds remaining.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Man in motion here is Tucker. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on down.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a 4th down stop to all but end this game.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So a road win here for the Bills. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.